One last one real quick here. It's called Frexit. Why Ivory Coast is joining African campaign to expel French troops. French military troops who have been in Ivory Coast for decades will soon be leaving. Ivorian officials have said, signaling more diplomatic setbacks for French amid local resentment that has caused one-time allies in West and Central Africa to sever ties with Paris. President Ouattara's announcement on Tuesday puts Ivory Coast on a growing list of African countries cutting military ties with the once greatly influential former colonial power, as some former French allies also turned to Russian mercenaries for help, fighting a swarm of armed groups in the region. Within days of each other in November, Chad and Senegal expelled French troops, joining several Sahel countries that have earlier done the same, starting in 2021. Now, I believe at this time, it's been the Ivory Coast, Chad, Senegal, I believe Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali. And these are like huge, basically places that these were once French strongholds. I believe many of those countries, if not all of them, speak French. And they used to pilfer. Like Burkina Faso's 90% of its gross, all the money that it makes is from gold. So they were there's more. France holds the fourth most gold reserves in the entire world, and they don't have one gold mine in their country.
Yeah.
So that tells you kind of like what's been going on here. And to me, this is important because it's starting to show cracks in what has been a very divisive, a horrible regime that has been going on here for like 500-600 years.
And so people are seeing it now, like, as they're doing the Brexit, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to stop that too. They're like, no, y'all can't go nowhere. Who else are we going to terrorize? Yeah. We can't terrorize you and take your resources. Well, what are we going to do? We got to live off our stuff. But this is actually pretty cool. I mean, we could we'll probably have somebody from this area on the show to interview them probably in the coming months or whatever, probably sooner than that. But this is really important. I mean, like, this is going to open up a lot of stuff for them as a nation.
Yeah, I mean, there's the guy who you were also talking about. I think his name is Trudeau or something like that. He is the Burkina Faso. I want to say he's either the junta leader of Burkina Faso or the president. I'm not quite sure. I know it was a military regime. It was they overthrew the government, and now he is the recognized leader of the country. They said that he came in, he paid off all of Burkina Faso's debt. They're a debt-free nation. Remember you were talking about that just the other day. I mean, I've heard they've had like 11 attempts on his life. I think half of his country right now has Al-Qaeda in there. And I believe that Ukraine was helping because Russia is really a huge reason. Russia, China came into Africa, and they helped a lot of these governments kind of kick the colonial leaders out, which is the West. We're a part of the West. So at the end of the day, our interests are somewhat tied there. But I don't want to see me personally, I want to see some of these leaders, some of these countries regain their footing, get their strength back, and become strong nations. That's a huge thing for me.
Yeah, that'd be really important too, because it'd be nice to be able to travel there back and forth, and just have the willing of that power. But anyways, we're gonna keep you guys updated on everything we talked about. This is Uncommon Courtesy. We'll see you next time.
Peace.